Audience? According to a nationwide study by the National Endowment for Financial Education, nearly 60% of all adults experience intense anxiety when it comes to personal finances. A significant chunk of these stresses and anxiety is simply not knowing where their money is going. Even students who are navigating various situations, from housing expenses to schools to saving up their money for retirements and even paying taxes, they easily can become overwhelmed. Creating a personalized budget that has both clear and formatted data is a very easy way to relieve student stress. A comprehensive report by the U.S. Financial Literacy Education Commission highlights that individuals who are actively tracking their spending are more likely to maintain a positive savings rate and achieve long-term financial stability. We will cover today setting up an income structure, automated totals, and visual aids using Excel. To build a budget, your first step is to construct a clean layout that clearly separates your total cash inflows from your total cash outflows. By doing this, you can create two columns, the first of which will track your cash inflows. Space it out by, I would recommend, at least a cell, and then you can create your cash outflows. Separating your data clearly defines what's going into your account as income and what's taken out of your account by expenses. A landmark study by the Journal of Consumer Affairs, financial researchers Lasardi and Mitchell established that young adults who can categorize and fund variable expenses are 40% more likely to, or 40% less likely to overspend on non-essential items. All of the math that you have to do when tracking your expenses without using digital aids require you to track using a calculator or other devices like this. Luckily, Excel can do all of this for you. So if you could create a column using for your total cash inflows, and you say this cell is equal to your cash inflow on the same row, and hit enter, it'll automatically track what number gets put into that cell. Then you can do the same thing for the next row down, except for before you hit enter, you're going to hit the plus sign, and then the cell just above that. This will create an automated row that you can drag down it however far you want, and it will add together all of your income, and you can do the same for your total cash outflows, like I will do now. In doing this, you can automatically track all of your spending data. All you have to do is go into one of these two cells, say your inflow. We have an income of $100. You can see it automatically populated up here, the $100 that we just put in. We can also, go over here and say we have a $50 expense. You can see that $50 expense shows up there too. The next step is creating automatic visual guardrails that prevent you from overspending. In doing this, we are going to create a secondary sheet that will have our total money gained, our tax percentage, tax withheld from a paycheck, and your total spending money. To get your total money gained, you are going to hit the equal sign, go back into that last sheet, click on the last cell of your total cash inflow, and press the enter sign. This will grab that number and carry it into this cleaner sheet. Next, for this example, we're going to say that our tax percentage is 20%. If you're getting paid via 1099 or you have your own business, this is most likely how much you want to, at the lowest end, save on your on all of your incomes. Next, you are going to get your tax withheld from a paycheck. To do this, you are going to hit the equal sign, your total money gained multiplied using the asterisk symbol by your tax percentage, and hit enter. This will collect 20% of your total money gained. In this situation, with what we have, is $20. Next, you have your total spending money. For this, you are going to hit your equal sign, the total money gained subtracted by the tax withheld from your paycheck, and then also subtracted by your total cash outflows final cell. Once you've done that, you can hit enter. Oh no. Hold on. I'm going to hit this, subtracted by this, subtracted by that right there. And there you go. So we had a $50 expense, and I believe it was $50. Yes, we had a $50 expense on this last sheet. So 100 minus 50 leaves 50, and then taking out your $20 withheld from your taxes leaves you with $30 in spending money. To create a visual aid to help you not overspend, you can come over here to conditional formatting, say highlight the cell when this cell is less than, we'll do 100. As you can see, 30 is less than 100, so it highlighted it. You can go over here and say we have an income of $1,000. And now that our number is over $100, that red highlighted cell goes away. You can customize this however you want by saying you want it to highlight once it gets under $1,000 or $5,000. This is completely customizable to your situation. A 2026 data analysis constructed by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis notes that immediate visual and clear indicators dramatically help consumers improve on impulse spending, or improve decreasing impulse spending, and help save their money. The Federal Reserve Bank highlights that a simple act of digitally tracking your cash flows can easily reduce impulse spending by an average of 20%. Excel is not just for corporate organizations, but it's a software that you can improve your personal independence when it comes to your money. And in 5 minutes, you can easily create a sheet that will track all of your spending and help lead you to a stress-free financial future.